My wound healed completely soon afterward, but I kept the bandages on. I didn't want anyone to see that my scar had healed. Since Ito, Heisuke, and Saito all left, the compounds felt so much larger and emptier. Around the same time, Takeda, one of the captains of the Shinsengumi, had also left. I guess these are things we can't help, but it felt as if everyone was going in different directions, off to forge their own paths. I couldn't help but feel sad about it. Alright. So the big changeroo has happened. Now shall I? So probably the next big thing to happen is Cosmo trying to steal his bride. Or I guess Sen's gonna come visit us first. Is this the time? It's quiet at night. 3 months have passed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Yep, I've got a visitor. I've done this enough times. I'm wondering if I shouldn't go through this, because Sanan kind of gets upset that we want to be spoken to alone. Maybe I'll just start from here. Cut the stupid jokes, Soji. Huh? It was a joke?
Don't worry, you don't have bedhead. Thanks for coming. Please sit there.
Okay. Even Sanan was here. Seeing all the captains of the Shinsengumi gathered, I shook with nerves. I went to sit down in the corner, but when I locked eyes with the person sitting in front of me, my eyes grew wide. Reason being, the person who was sitting was...
Hello, Chizuru! How are you doing? I'm sorry for visiting you so late at night.
Sen? So, my visitor was Sen? What could she be doing here? Only then did I notice a beautiful woman dressed as a ninja seated next to Sen.
Ah, yes, this one is with me. My bodyguard, one might say.
Bodyguard? I looked at the captains, hoping someone would explain the situation. Supposedly, she really wants to talk to you. I guess he's leaving it up to me to talk first. So, Sen, what brings you here today? Even though I was nervous, at the very least, our relationship was beyond just acquaintances. Sen looked back at me with a stern expression, and she looked down before speaking calmly.
Well, I'll get straight to the point. I've come to take you.
Come to take me? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, it's actually a long story. I'm not quite sure where to begin.
There's no time! We must make preparations to leave immediately! Wait, hold on. Why should I go with you?
Yeah, that's a damn good question. You just barge in here, ask to see her, and spring this on us. Are you her relatives or something? She doesn't seem to have any idea, though.
Sen, can you explain a little more?
Yes, I do suppose you have a point. I suppose arriving suddenly and springing this upon you would be rather perplexing. Very well. I shall start at the beginning. It may take some time.
Should we step out?
No, I'd like you all to stay. It does involve the lot of you as well.
She glanced around the room, looking at each of the captains, and started to speak.
You are familiar with Kazuma, yes? I hear you have crossed swords with him once or twice.
How'd you know that?
Oh, well, I hear of most things that happen in Kyoto. Eventually.
You're something like Kazuma and his punks, aren't you?
I would rather prefer not to be associated with his ilk, but yes, in a sense you are correct.
Fine. You were talking about Kazuma. He showed up at Ikadaya, Hamaguri, and Nijo. He's got something to do with Satsuma and Choshu, doesn't he?
Well, most of the time it seemed more like he was there for his own reasons, not any kind of domain politics.
Either way, he's an enemy of the Shinsengumi.
Then you're also aware that he is pursuing your lady friend here.
Sen gestured at me for the captain's benefit, then fixed me with a level stare. What was going on? This was getting stranger and stranger, and I was starting to think I didn't really want to know the rest of the story.
We are aware of that. We are also aware that Kazuma and his compatriots call themselves demons. Not that we're inclined to believe such a claim, of course.
No, I do not think their claim as demons is unfounded. All three of them possess powers that make them incomparable to humans. However, despite their strengths, their presence is virtually unknown amongst the public. In normal circumstances, that is impossible.
It's rare for you to say something so kind, Sanan. So, go on, Sen.
Ah, then you know they are demons. Excellent. That will save me some time, then. I am not a human either. I am also a demon.
You are?
I am, in fact, a princess. Princess Sen.
With that, she gave us an elegant bow, exactly like one might expect from a princess. I come from a family of ninja who have served Princess Sen and her family for generations.
It all makes sense now. I'd wondered why you were being so friendly. You were gathering information on the Shinsengumi.
I have no idea what you mean. She tilted her head to the side politely and met Hijikata's glare with an innocent smile.
You know her? Move your eyes up about 6 inches, Shinpachi. That's Kimigiku. She's, dressed a little different from when we met her at Shimabara, but that's her face, alright.
Portion.
What?
Kimigiku smiled.
We demons have lived in this country since a very long time ago. The top officials in the shogunate and in many of the domains already know of us. Most demons had no interest in human matters and preferred to be left alone, to go about their own affairs in peace. However, humans in positions of power saw that they might achieve great things with the assistance of demons, and so demanded that assistance.
And did the demons obey?
Many did not. They felt they had no obligation to involve themselves in human affairs. Human ambition meant nothing to them. But when they refused, the human lords were furious. They sent out great armies to destroy the villages of the demons.
How horrible.
The demon clans scattered across the country and were forced into hiding. No longer isolated in their own communities, they went on to mate with humans. These days, there are few demons who can claim a pure bloodline.
And I assume Kazuma is one of these.
Sen nodded.
Currently, the largest pureblood family is the Kazuma, who have the Satsuma domain support. You have already met the head, Chikage Kazuma.
Chikage Kazuma.
In the east, the largest family is the Yukimura. That would be your family, Chizuru.
What?
I heard that the demons of the Yukimura clan living in the hidden village were destroyed by humans. But it would seem there is a survivor. That survivor is her. Chizuru, the blood that runs in your veins is pure and strong. I sense great power from you.
No way. But...
I had Kiku gather as much history on your family as she could.
I know you may find it all difficult to believe, but you are very much a demon. The revelation of all of this was nearly impossible to comprehend. I was at a loss of words. I mean, I was told I was not a human, but a being called the demon. I couldn't believe it, but at the same time, all the odd things that occurred all made sense now. Now I knew why Kazuma was after me, and why I'd healed so much more quickly than anyone else.
If you are indeed the descendant of a pure-blooded demon, then Kazuma's desire for you is clear. Should two purebloods mate, they will produce an even more powerful demon.
Ah, so he wants her for his bride.
After a fashion, yes. Kazuma will definitely return for her. Thus far, he has been content to toy with you, but I cannot guess how much longer that may last. Should he devote all of his formidable abilities to this task, I do not think you will be able to protect her. Even the Shinsengumi cannot stand against the true power of a demon.
Whoa there, Princess. You don't think that's going a bit far? Shinpachi's right. You aren't giving us enough credit.
The only reason you're still alive is because Kazuma and his companions have not turned their full strength on you.
Then let them. I should dearly like to see the power of a true demon.
Sanan! Behave yourself. Kazuma and his friends had already demonstrated incredible strength. Even the captains of the Shinsengumi had been easily brushed aside. If that was not even the full extent of their strength, then a battle to the death against one of them would be...
Shinpachi and Harada are right. Although they were more powerful than any average human warrior, the difference in power between us wasn't so vast that we couldn't best them, even if they were going easy on us.
Very true. Besides, we've got the demon himself in command, don't we?
Shut up, Soji.
I understand how you feel, but you must realize that these men are unlike any other foe you have faced before. Your guy's job is to protect the safety of Kyoto, not to protect her. That is why I must ask you to leave her to us. In our care, her chances of survival will be much higher.
Hey, give us a chance, alright? Are you trying to say we can't protect her? This may sound rude, but you're talking about the power of 2 women over all of us. It's hard for me to imagine your thin arms could go head-to-head with guys like Kazuma, Amagiri, and Shiranui.
Look, lady, you're not part of the Shinsengumi, so I'd appreciate it if you could keep your nose out of our business. Both Sen and Kimigiku seemed to be thrown off by the captain's reactions. What about you, Hijikata? You've acknowledged Kazuma's strength. Surely you must at least consider the princess's offer. Please, give her to us.
That's different. It's not our style to back out on a promise. We decided we're going to protect her. We're not going to run away just because they're demons. And besides, if you're going to claim that you're a demon, I guess I'll take it, but that doesn't mean we trust you.
Do you know who you're speaking to? Princess Sen is a descendant of Suzuka Gozen.
Kimigiku, please, that is not necessary.
Her tone was calm and friendly, but it left no room for argument.
I agree with Hijikata. If she really does have a blood of a different species, we'd like to cooperate with her for internal purposes in the near future.
And there it is.
What? Kimigiku glared at him. She probably didn't say anything out of concern for Sen.
I see. That is a problem, then. There is no way I can convince you?
Hold on a minute. We didn't confirm one important thing.
Important thing?
Yukimura, what do you have to say about this?
Me? Well, I couldn't give an immediate answer. It wasn't that I was doubting Sen and Kimigiku, but...
I see. It must be difficult to discuss with an audience. You ought to speak with Princess Sen alone. What the hell, Kondo?
Hijikata tried to protest, but Kondo didn't change his expression.
There should be at least one witness. The princess may take Kimigiku as well, of course.
No, that's not necessary. We've been ignoring her feelings this whole time. If she wants to leave this place, then we shouldn't stop her.
Kondo.
Damn it. You're so easy on people as usual.
Well, if Kondo says so. His words spoke for the rest of them as well. They might not like it, but Kondo was the chief. What he said went. But it was above his title alone. I think his personality usually won out these sorts of issues.
You won't steal her away the moment the two of you are alone, will you?
You needn't worry. Once a demon makes a promise, we keep it.
I'll be fine. Sen isn't a bad person.
Why, thank you, Chizuru.
When she smiled, her expression had returned to that of a girl her age. Okay. And now we can have our boy talk. Now that we've established that Sanan's like, if she is really a demon, then, experiment time. Okay. Well, we'll leave it at that then. It's time for Kazuma to make his move. And I'm pretty sure I need to do the whole room thing, but I will make sure I'm picking the right options to get to the... Excuse me, the choice I need to get to. Yes, I need to stay in my room. And we can fast forward through this. Poor Shimada. Do I remain in the room or do I run? We need to run away. Okay, and that's probably the opposite of what happened last time with Kazuma. Okay, so I'm not gonna call for help. I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna fight Kazuma. Oh. I just realized what choice I'm making here. Wait a minute. Alright, you and me, man. I won't go with you! I unsheathed my Kodachi, holding it a tad unsteadily in my hands, and assumed a stance.
What is the meaning of this? Do you think you're a match for me?
Well... but he is.
She may not be fit. If you're looking for an opponent, you could fight me.
Sanan emerged from the shadows, and he placed himself between Kazuma and me.
You think you could defeat me, despite being a pale imitation of a real demon?
Well, we will not find out unless we put it to the test. Isn't that right? Also, let me make something clear to you. I am no pale imitation. I am a fury. And now I'm going to give you a taste of the fury.
Okay.
Ha!
Sanan had struck Kazuma, but before I could even blink, Kazuma drew his sword and parried the jab.
Looks like you're at least stronger than a human. But that's just it. I'll show you right now why I call you an imitator. No matter how hard you may try, you are nothing compared to the strength of a real demon.
The exchange of glimmering slashes moved at a pace faster than my eyesight could follow. All I could make out was the faint reflection of light on their blades from the moonlight. To me, they appeared to be, dare I say, almost equal in strength. Alright. But for a moment, it seemed as though Sanan had trouble with Kazuma's flurry of attacks. After stepping back, I'd realized that Sanan was covered in bloody cuts and gashes across his body. Whoops. Sanan!
This is nothing. Trust me.
This was a testament to the power of the Furies. Sanan's open wounds were healing instantly. As Kazuma was watching, he tightened his lips.
Chizuru Yukimura, watch as I bring an end to this fake!
What should I do? Trust your boy. I trust you, Sanan! Woohoo!
Thank you, Yukimura. I became a fury so I could hold my own sword once more. I am going to show my power now!
Ooh! I like that picture. I like that a lot.
I'm going to make you regret underestimating the powers of the Fury.
Huh. A fake is a fake is a fake. So, go on and waste away like you should.
Even though you're a demon, wasting you is going to be easier than you think. So call me whatever names you want. I can still fight whatever powers you throw at me.
Ugh. You're boring me. Time to erase you from existence.
Oh, so you weren't using all your strength. You sure seem to be able.
How dare you speak like that, you worthless imposter.
Then show me your true strength. I shall show you mine.
The two moved a distance apart from one another. Oh, hello.
Commander Sanan, we're here for backup!
A few warriors had arrived, all of them unsheathing their swords and surrounding Kazuma. They were Furies. All of them had white hair and crimson eyes. Kinda terrifying looking.
Very well. I'll be rid of you fakes once and for all.
Quit underestimating the power of the Furies.
Kazuma and Sanan slowly edged closer towards one another. Oh, Amagiri's here.
Kazuma, you will stop there.
I wasn't sure where he had come from, but Amagiri had appeared inside the inner yard.
Amagiri, don't stop me. The Nishihang Wanji have been informed of our little visit. We must retreat before we are totally surrounded. Go home if you want. That is inappropriate. You should know when to back down. Fine. I'll retreat for now.
Kazuma replaced his blade into his sheath, and he shot a hateful glance towards Sanan.
I'll kill you all another time.
Then you can expect me to be there waiting for you.
Kazuma and Amagiri, without struggle, easily leapt over the wall of the yard and disappeared.
Members of the Fury Corps, after them!
The warriors all dispersed from the inner yard upon Sanan's command. That was a short fight, but man, it was pretty tense. Finally, the compounds were silent once more. I was dumbfounded, and Sanan stood in front of me. Thanks, man. Did I help? You did good, man.
Was I of assistance?
Yes, more than you know. Thank you. Sanan stared down at his left hand, and he began flexing his hand repeatedly.
A warrior is nothing without a sword. I am still a warrior.
Sanan. I was taken aback by how vulnerable he must have felt in the moment, and Sanan spoke warmly.
I'm going to leave and share my report. Return to your room.
As he turned to leave, I watched as his silhouette was engulfed by the darkness until he was gone. Well, no comforting head pats from Sanan. He's just there to save your life, and then like, well, I got a report to make. You know the way back to your room. Evening, ma'am. After time passed the following day. Good morning. It's time for us to move again, I believe. Poor Shimada. Always gets hurt. I really enjoyed that fight, though. I'd like to see another showdown between Kazuma and Sanan for sure. That was very intense. And Kazuma struggled a little bit with him. Okay, so we're moving on. If we'll fade, thank you. Like, anytime you want to fade out, that's great. Okay, I was worried that we were done chapter 4, and I'm like, oh no, please don't tell me we're done chapter 4 already. I'm not ready yet. July? Knowing better than to stay, the Shinsengumi agreed to Nishihang Wanji's request and transferred their headquarters to Fudodo. Alright. We had to travel south from the temple at Nishihang Wanji to reach Fudodo village. Whoa! Is this when Kondo gives us a tour? My first glimpse of our new home surprised me so much that I had to stand there for a few minutes to take it in. Pristine and in working order, the huge compound sat proudly upon a fair-sized piece of land. There had to be so much space inside that even after the rest of the men joined us, there would be room to spare. There was even a watchtower. It must have been comparable in scale to a daimyo's mansion, and the thought left me awestruck. This is our new headquarters?
It certainly is. From now on, this is our base of operations.
Okay, I think this is the tour. We can skip the tour, because we did that last time, and that was pretty cute. So, we're gonna go visit Soji's room, and Soji's not here. I think there's a choice, because he has a flashback about the good old training days. And I think I was like, could I be one too, or whatever, something like that. Yeah, that picture. So cute! I loved that last time. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I'll do the can I be one too, again. Aw, he wants me to have a normal life one day. The hours passed, and soon enough, night came. I had finished my cleaning and was taking a moment to rest in my room. A brand new headquarters, a new room. Our headquarters had changed and expanded, matching the Shinsengumi's growth itself. But increasing in number is not always a good thing. The more people there were under one banner, the less likely all of them would hold the same beliefs and ideals. There would be differences and conflicting opinions, just like what happened with Ito and his men. But I didn't want the Shinsengumi to change. Kondo's dream sounded wonderful, and I could see it coming true because of the men that had surrounded him. With those thoughts in my head, my first night in the Fedoto headquarters slowly passed. Okay. So we're settled. We should be getting our blood almost forcefully extracted soon. I wonder if that will go down the same way, if Toshi still has to save us. Probably. Sanan's still not totally there. November. A gust of wind stripped some of the last stubborn leaves from the trees and sent them skittering across the Kyoto street. Ah, this is when Harada offers to hold our hands to keep them warm. Appreciated, but maybe not. Okay, bye, Shun. Okay. Or did we just skip the whole him trying to take our blood? No, that's after. That's after Heisuke becomes a fury. I'm getting ahead of myself again. I'm pretty sure that's when that happens. So I think if we're going to interact with Sanan here, we're going to have to spend time with Yamazaki and come back when Heisuke's been injured. Pretty sure. I'll check my notes though, make sure I'm picking the right one. Yeah, I need to help. Okay. And then, yeah, I'll do anything. Alright, and I'll drink some water while that's going in. I'll do anything.
I am unsure of what I can ask of you, though.
That's okay. You think about it while I drink water. That day, Kondo asked me to visit Dr. Matsumoto. Kondo had told me that I could return at whatever hour I wanted, so I took my time getting there, but I had a suspicion that this was their method of watching out for me to avoid my involvement with the assassination if at all possible. The person who I had accompany me was... I apologize, Yamazaki. I'm sorry that you have to come with me to the doctor's shop.
Please, do not worry. I understand why the chief asked this of me.
No, it's not about that. I just think that if you weren't here, you'd be off doing something way more important.
Pay no mind to things like that. Their mission should be going well, regardless of whether I am with them or not.
I see. Good being, Yamazaki. When Yamazaki and I returned to the compounds, we heard many different voices chatting inside. I wonder what's going on.
It seems like everyone has returned.
Inside, there was a large commotion going on, and then we heard a familiar voice call out to us.
Chizuru! Yamazaki! Is anyone around?
I'll be right there! The tone of Nagakura's voice was alarmed, and it gave me a bad feeling. As I stepped into the dojo, which seemed to be the heart of the commotion, I was dumbfounded. Heisuke! Heisuke was sprawled along the floor, covered in his own blood.
What happened, Nagakura?
They got to him. Just take a look at Heisuke now!
His wounds are too severe. There's nothing I can do here. He needs to see Dr. Matsumoto immediately.
Time is not a luxury we can afford right now. Carry Toto to the back of the compounds.
Wait, what do you mean the back? If the doctor is gonna treat him, it should be right here.
Follow with what I am saying. Toto will be dead before we bring him to Dr. Matsumoto's. Is this what you want, Nagakura?
Of course not. But what are you gonna do to him in the back?
I, too, have no intention of letting him die.
Sanan. Don't tell me you're gonna make him drink the water of life.
That decision is not mine to make. I am going to leave it for Toto to decide.
Fuck that! What are you, a demon?
By this point, Nagakura was screaming furiously at Sanan, going so far as to point his sword at him.
I am no demon, but I am a fury. If you aim to kill me, be sure to go for my heart or behead me.
You guys, now is not the time for this. Toto will die at this rate.
I know that!
Then, I am going to be the one to make the final call. Is that clear?
Nagakura sheathed his sword as if silently resigning to Sanan's suggestion.
Damn it!
Nagakura left us with his last outburst and he stormed off. Watching that, I left my old boo behind and remained here. I stayed behind and I timidly looked towards Sanan. Sanan looked back at me and we locked eyes for a minute. Yes?
Do you think me a demon as well? It is fine. Think of me as you will. However, I find it equally egregious for us to let him die willingly when there are other solutions to which we can look.
Well, I couldn't find the words. What would my doctor of a father have done? Probably don't want to think of him as a good example right now.
My wish is for Toto to live. If you share this desire, then stay out of my way.
I will leave him in your hands. Understood. Please take care of Heisuke. I trust you, boy. I wonder what's stopping him, what that option does. Maybe that's for Yamazaki?
Thank you, Yukimura. Leave the rest to me. Toto certainly would not want you to see him in pain.
Before Sanan could go, I stood up and I ran back to my room.